Hey guys, Rob Reviews here, bringing you another really cool review for another, of course, episode of The Leftovers. This one is, we're actually going on to Season 2 now. As of today, the 4th episode has aired for The Leftovers of Season 3, but we are on, so this episode is, of course, Season 3, can't bloody remember, Season 2, Episode 1, and this one is titled, hang on, let me see, what's going on here? Anyway, it's called Axis Mundi. So this one was directed by Mimi Leder, again, who obviously I think it's a she. Is it a she? Let me double check. Yeah, it is a she. She obviously directed the finale. In season 1, so this is a really weird episode, a bit different, and I've got a few complaints just off the bat because okay, we were introducing new characters, which is cool. I just don't really think it was very suitable to introduce the new characters in the premiere of the season. I don't know why. I just didn't really like that at all. I think it was really random and a bit. It kind of put me off a little bit at first. But we have the prologue at the start, which I think is really weird and also kind of poetic to I guess the stories of the whole. But we have the prologue with the pregnant woman in the cave. Obviously she becomes a sole survivor after this earthquake happens, and there's a rockfall, and obviously her town is killed. She obviously goes into labor and she gives birth, and a short time later she's distracted when she's hunting for food, a snake threatens the baby, and the mother protects it, but in the cost obviously she gets a fatal bite. She kind of like walks around for a while until she actually falls over with the baby, and she actually dies from the snake's venom. And then but while she's dying, another woman comes and actually takes the orphan, claims the baby. So really weird, because I don't know if it was symbolising Lily, who of course is the baby that we see, that Nora has right at the end of the season. I'm not too sure if it was like meant to be symbolising that. I really didn't understand it, but it was kind of cool to see. Basically, then we see the present day. We see Jarden, Texas, which we actually learn about, which is a town. It's kind of known as Miracle, but the forest is called Miracle because it kind of protects the town. And basically, in this town, we actually find out that 0 departures took place. No one departed, so they consider it kind of a miracle. They consider the town special. And we see the Murphys, who are kind of our new collection of characters. So, of course, that's John. We see John, of course, he is a fireman. And we see some stuff of him in the episode. We'll talk about that. With Erika, who, of course, she's like partially deaf. I think she's a doctor. But we see the stuff of her and the fact that she's kind of dealing with this as well. We have Erika. Michael, who's kind of like, I guess he's a bit of a church geek, I guess you could say. And then of course we have Evie, who's like kind of the daughter. And they're like sort of really kind of famous in the town, I guess. And then obviously not all this what we see. We see basically John in the episode. A big thing in the episode is where John actually finds this guy who's been selling psychic readings, where he's been taking like a handprint. He takes like a handprint, and then he kind of like tells them, like sort of communicates with the departed people and talks to the departed people and tells them like what they say. Obviously, but it's a bit weird if we don't actually know if it's a lie or not, because it's kind of hard to tell if it's a scam or not. But yeah, it was kind of cool to see. And of course, John near the end of the episode actually goes and sort of burns his house down, because obviously he doesn't want he doesn't like the fact that people are trying to profit over the town being special, because he doesn't honestly believe the town's special in any way, shape or form. And then of course we actually do see near to the end of the episode obviously the Murphys returning. The Murphys receiving new neighbours, of course, Kevin, Nora, Jill, and of course Lily. We see like a brief thing with their part. Well, we see the party, obviously, like the welcoming party for them, and that, and then we actually have Evie obviously having her seizure, and then Evie eventually goes off with her friends, and in that night, or in the morning anyway, we find out that the 3 girls are missing, and one of them being of course Evie, and really weird, and missing. So it was a really, really fun episode. Honestly, there was some fun things in there, and I liked how the Garveys eventually came in it, but it really kind of centralized around the Murphys. So it was a bit weird for me at first. A few other things happened in the episode, but that's the things that I remember. Like I said, a really weird episode. That's my only sort of criticism with it. I just think it was really randomly placed, but it was still an okay episode. I think it's a solid 6. It's not quite average. Like 5 is average, where it's like meh. I could rewatch it, but I'm not overly enthusiastic to watch it. 6 is like, I want to kind of rewatch. There's elements I liked to this one that I would rewatch, but overall, I think it wasn't like a particularly very strong episode. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this little review. So we're on season 2 of The Leftovers now, so hopefully we can finish season 2 by the end of this week, and actually possibly start season 3 reviews. Of course, we've got quite a few actually. For it, but there's actually only 4 episodes left of the Leftovers in season 3, so hopefully I can catch up. Thanks for watching anyway. Goodbye.